Oh, this conversation is gonna be a fun one, but it's a necessary one. But you know, it's not only going to be fun, because it's such a delightful situation to have continuously occurring, but especially because this is something we have seen happen so many times before, plus extra bonus points for the fact that it's currently happening to the same person as it was the previous 3 or 4 times we have discussed this. So hey, let me see how many people agree with me on this one. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe if this situation is getting tiring to constantly see happening. The amount of times we've talked about people on YouTube stealing and using thumbnails from other Roblox YouTubers at this point is honestly absurd, and I can't even keep up. Like, I'm pretty sure the amount of times this has happened now is something I can no longer count on both hands. It far surpasses the 10 fingers that I currently have, and that is a massive problem. And it probably becomes even worse when you then realize that there is one person in particular that falls victim to this every single time we come across a new person who has been stealing thumbnails. Like, this person, they truly cannot seem to catch a break, and the last few days unfortunately hasn't been any different for them either. If anything, it's only getting worse because a Roblox game stole Polar Cub Art and Albert Stuff's thumbnail. So obviously this situation is ever so slightly different because it's not a Roblox YouTuber stealing a thumbnail to use for their own video, but it's basically exactly the same thing in the sense that this is a Roblox developer stealing a thumbnail to use for their own game. Stealing is, well, stealing, it's wrong and it's bad and it absolutely should not be happening, and neither Albert nor Polar Cub, the literal artist of this thumbnail, gave this game permission to take it or to use it like that. Of course, the word about this happening once again didn't surprise literally anyone, but that doesn't mean it didn't spread through the entire community quite quickly, obviously, before finally reaching Polar Cub herself, and she said nothing more than, "Isn't that the greatest? I love filing DMC is." You know what, honestly, as nice and as calm and collected as she reacted the first few times that this happened, there was always no excuse for this kind of thing happening in the first place, but there is especially no excuse for it now that we have seen this same exact thing happening time and time again, and mass amounts of attention is always brought to it every single time, and pretty much everyone, including Polar Cub herself, reacts in the same exact way every single time, expressing the same negativity and the same distaste for the people who stole the artwork. And yet, even after seeing all of that, even after seeing everyone talking about it and the negative reactions that we will always have to someone literally stealing someone's hard work and using it as their own, they still continue to do it, and I will truly never be able to fully comprehend why they think it's acceptable to do something like this. Like, I just want to know what goes through their head whilst they are going through the process of downloading and uploading artwork that simply doesn't belong to them. But if it wasn't bad enough to find out that it's now Roblox developers stealing these thumbnails to use for their Roblox games, it went even further than that, and I mean, it happened again, but this time arguably it was worse. It was found that Bloxtopia used a stolen thumbnail from Albert Stuff and Polar Cub. It has also been found to be using multiple other YouTubers' work without their permission, and as you can see, the proof, the evidence is right there in front of us. This game on Roblox used a thumbnail from a Flamingo video, but here's where it gets worse, and this is why I think it's worse. This game is in the literal official Roblox event that's currently going on right now. The Metaverse Champions event. Roblox let a game into the Metaverse Champions event that is using a stolen thumbnail from probably the biggest Roblox YouTuber out there. So this did happen a few days ago, or this revelation was put out there a few days ago, so I think at this point when this video gets uploaded, I believe Roblox took the game out of the event, and unless something has changed since the last time I checked, the game has also been closed, like it's completely taken down from Roblox. But I honestly doubt it was because they stole the thumbnail. I don't know, that's probably changed by now though, because the amount of attention that got brought to this is absolutely insane, so I can probably imagine the developers of that game have definitely heard about the uproar that was caused by the revelation of them stealing a thumbnail from Flamingo and using it in their game, because I mean, they were literally in the biggest spotlight possible on Roblox right now. They were in the big event that's currently going on. Roblox community, don't steal artwork challenge, impossible. It literally, at this point, it's starting to seem that way. It's definitely impossible for some people, and I just, like I said earlier, I will never fully be able to understand why they think it's okay or why they even think about doing this in the first place, especially after seeing the reactions the previous times that this has happened. All I'm going to say is that I have a right to be angry. I've been stolen from so many times, I've lost count and forgotten names of every person who has stolen from me. Because there is so many, it's so hard to keep track. I'm not tolerating it anymore, watch out. Like I said earlier in this video, I feel like the first few times that we saw this happening, she was like super nice about it. Like obviously it's not a nice thing to be going through, and to keep yourself that calm and that collected and not completely freak out over somebody doing that to you, it probably took a lot, but to still see them acting that way the first few times that it happened, that was an incredible power move, I would say, but it definitely wasn't necessary. Like if they wanted to freak out, they could have freaked out and that would have been completely justified. And so the fact that it's now reached a point where she's no longer going to be nice about it, she's no longer going to remain calm and collected about it, it's just obviously, it's just, where do we draw the line? Things have gone too far. It shouldn't have happened once, and it definitely shouldn't have happened more times than we can literally count on our fingers. Just because I make Roblox based work doesn't make it free reign for you to just take it and use it as you please. I will make sure you're stripped of my work when it's brought to my attention. That's a great point to mention, because I feel like there is a few people that I've seen here and there saying that, you know, taking the work down or filing a DMCA is way too harsh or a little bit too far when you could simply just ask them to take it down, but that's not the point. They shouldn't have stolen it in the first place. If they are going to be upset, or if they are going to complain about receiving a DMCA takedown request, they shouldn't be stealing work in the first place. The fact that literal star creators and developers have stolen from me speaks a lot to the genuine morality of this community as a whole. Support artists and commission people if you need it so bad. You wouldn't like it if people stole your work for their own gain. Absolutely nobody would like that. And the fact that, like they said, star creators, literal star creators, and even games that are in official Roblox events, it's just not okay. One more time, let me say it one more time. Stealing is stealing, whether it's coming from somebody who has 0 followers or somebody who has 1 million followers. If that person steals, and it's equally as bad every single time. I work hard every single day and have for the past 4 years to get where I am. Y'all aren't going to profit off of my hard work and craft for free. Pay up. I'm so happy that they made this thread. I'm so happy that she has so heavily touched on this topic this time around. And like I said, I hate that it had to reach this point. I hate that it had to go this far. But hopefully people will start to get the message, because this cannot keep happening. It needs to stop happening right now. What else can I say? Other than just please go support Polar Cub in quite literally any way you possibly can. Go take a look and support her artwork. Go take a look and support her UGC items. Do literally anything you can to give her the support that she deserves. And, you know, hopefully at this point she can catch a break, because this keeps happening and it's not okay. So one more time, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, because I will always appreciate the support that you guys give me, and you know what? It helps me out a lot. But we can think of thumbnail thieves moving over from YouTube videos to now Roblox games. It's not okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.